Have you ever stopped to think about one of the most incredible mysteries of life? How a single fertilized cell knows how to build a human being? I mean, before there's a brain, before there are any nerves to send signals, something has to be in charge. Something has to be the architect, telling every single cell where to go and what to become.
Just think about it for a second. From one tiny cell, you get a heart that forms over here and a liver that forms over there. You get 2 arms, 10 fingers, all with this mind-boggling precision. So what's the master plan? And more importantly, how are the instructions getting sent out when the normal communication systems, like the nervous system, haven't even been built yet?
Well, it turns out the answer might be both ancient and incredibly futuristic. The core idea is that an invisible, energetic blueprint gets laid down first. The physical body then gets built according to that plan. And the craziest part? It looks like that blueprint is written and communicated with light.
To really get this, we have to go all the way back to the very first moment of life itself, the moment of conception. This is where that initial spark, that first organizational command, is said to happen.
This really powerful line comes from an ancient Chinese text, the Huangdi Neijing. It's describing that exact moment when the sperm and the egg, the two essences, combine. And it says that in that instant, something totally new is created, something much bigger than just the two parts. They called this Shen.
So what exactly is Shen? Well, in this context, it's not just some vague philosophical idea. It's described as a real, unifying, organizing field. It's the very first coherent energy structure that lays the foundation for a brand new life. You could say it's the moment the master blueprint is switched on.
And here's where things get really wild. This ancient concept finds a stunning parallel in modern biophysics. This Shen is now being interpreted as a macroscopic quantum coherent field. Now, I know that's a mouthful, but here's an easy way to think about it. It's the body's master operating system. It's the software that boots up before any of the physical hardware, like your organs or your nerves, are even built.
Okay, so if this quantum field is the master blueprint, it's got to have a way to send out instructions, right? It needs a signal. And in this model, that signal is made of pure light. So how does this field tell one group of cells, hey, you're going to become an eye, and another group, you guys are going to be a kidney? The answer lies in something that honestly sounds like it's straight out of science fiction, but it's a very real part of biology. The signals are called biophotons. These are basically ultra-weak little particles of light that are constantly being emitted by our cells, especially from our DNA. Now, here's the crucial part. This isn't just random light. It's highly coherent, kind of like a biological laser. And because it's so organized, it can carry huge amounts of information with incredible accuracy. It's basically the body's original Wi-Fi network. So our DNA isn't just a passive library of genetic code. In this view, it's an active transmitter. It acts like a tiny antenna, broadcasting these coherent light signals. This creates what's called a holographic information field, and this is so important. You know how with a hologram, every tiny piece contains the information of the whole picture? It's the same idea here. It means that every single cell, no matter where it is, knows its exact position and its job within the master blueprint of the entire body. Now, having an instant, light-speed signal is one thing, but it needs an infrastructure, right? It needs a network to travel through. The body has to have a high-speed, biological network that's up and running from day one, way before the nervous system even exists. And it turns out it does. Researchers are pointing to 2 main systems that work together. First, something called the primo-vascular system, or PVS. It's this thread-like network that many now believe is the physical structure of acupuncture meridians. It's thought to act like a biological fiber optic network for these light signals. And second, you have the fascia, that incredible web of connective tissue that's literally everywhere in our bodies. It acts like a liquid crystal semiconductor, which allows these signals to travel instantly through the entire organism. This comparison really makes it clear why this is also important. You can think of the nervous system like an old-school landline telephone network. It works great, but you have to physically build it wire by wire, and that takes a lot of time. The meridian and fascia system, though, that's like a wireless quantum network. It's switched on from the very beginning, and its signals are practically instantaneous. And that's exactly what you need to coordinate the ridiculously complex job of building a body from scratch. So, the blueprint is set, the light signal is sent, the network delivers it, and the body gets built. But guess what? The story doesn't end there. This foundational communication system doesn't just get packed up and put away once the embryo is finished. Nope. It stays active for our entire lives, continuing its job as the body's master regulatory system. It's what coordinates healing and regeneration, always referring back to that original, perfect blueprint to guide repairs and maintain order in the body. If there's one thing you remember from all this, let it be this analogy. Think of that first moment of life like a quantum computer turning on. The meridians are the Wi-Fi signals broadcasting the 3D architectural blueprint. And the cells? They're like smart bricks, already programmed to follow that signal and automatically move into place to build the house perfectly.
For the last century, biology has treated the cell like a steam engine, a bag of chemicals bumping into each other in the dark. But new research suggests we've been missing the Wi-Fi. Welcome to the paradigm of the quantum cell. In the 1920s, Russian biologist Alexander Gurwitch made a discovery that should have changed everything. He pointed one onion root at another, separated by quartz glass. The second root began to divide rapidly. When he blocked the ultraviolet light with ordinary glass, the effect stopped. He called it mitogenetic radiation. Today, thanks to Fritz Albert Popp, we know them as biophotons. These aren't just metabolic waste. Experiments like the mirror cytopathic effect have shown that cells can transmit complex information, like a death signal from a virus, through light alone, separated by glass barriers. If the cell is broadcasting light, what is the antenna? Look at your DNA. It is a 6-foot-long molecule packed into a microscopic nucleus. Physicists have found that the double helix possesses the precise geometry of a fractal antenna. Simulation studies, like those by Pushpendra Singh and Anirban Bandyopadhyay, suggest that DNA is not just a hard drive, but an electromagnetic resonator. They identified a specific resonance peak at 34 gigahertz. This suggests our genetic code could be tuned to receive and transmit electromagnetic frequencies from the environment. Connecting this system is the cytoskeleton, specifically microtubules. We used to think these were just the skeleton of the cell, but in 2020, researchers measured direct electromagnetic resonance in these structures. They found a triplet of triplets pattern, a fractal resonance chain spanning from kilohertz to gigahertz. Under the right frequencies, these protein tubes become highly conductive, acting like ballistic wires or optical fibers, transferring energy across the cell without heat loss. But how does a warm, wet cell maintain delicate quantum states? This has been the biggest argument against quantum biology. However, a breakthrough study in 2024 has provided the answer: superradiance. Researchers modeled the networks of tryptophan molecules inside microtubules. They found that the spiral geometry protects the quantum states. Instead of decaying randomly, the molecules synchronize, creating a giant shielded quantum state that can process light and information thousands of times more efficiently than standard chemistry allows. This is the hardware of consciousness. We are not just biochemical machines. We are beings of light and resonance, and we are just beginning to read the signal.